What's up guys? Wow, this is my first YouTube video. Before we talk about Arkham Asylum, I think we should go over a couple of things. Number one, I played the remastered version of this game. Number two, this is a 3-part series. I'm going to be covering all the games made by Rocksteady. 3, I'm probably going to play the Batman Origins game, so stay tuned for that video. And 4, some of the gameplay you see in this video is not mine, but Arkham Batman videos. With that, let's start. Holy I freaking love this game. Oh my gosh. I have never played a Batman game before, and this was so much fun. Well, besides the one on Leapfrog. I enjoyed how there were different parts of the island to explore, and every part was so different. From Ivy's Botanica Gardens to the sewers where Killer Croc hides out. Right off the bat, get it? The atmosphere of the game was set. I felt this was a creepy action-adventure Batman game, and I loved it. I remember getting jumped by Arkham lunatics, and man, that was horrifying. Especially their screeches, intense stuff. When it comes to combat, it is pretty simple. I think that is totally fine. I actually really enjoyed it. The sort of simplicity of it made it feel like an arcade beat-em-up. Some of the moves Batman did were insane, from beating up an inmate to then diving across the room to get an epic knockout kick on another. I noticed a sort of progression for the inmates on the island. First you have your basic inmate with their fist, then you have your bat-wielding inmate, after that you have a knife-wielding inmate, to top that you got inmates with electric sticks, then you have inmates with guns, and on top of that you got lunatics, and finally you have inmates that are mutated monsters injected with Titan. Now the definition of Titan according to Arkham Wiki is oh, sorry, I got like a furball or something. Titan is a chemical compound created by Dr. Penelope Young and used by the Joker via research on the chemical compound Venom in Poison Ivy's plants. Like Venom, Titan can turn any user into a Bane-like monster, also known as a Titan. However, only a small amount is needed to trigger a long-lasting transformation. We see Titan being used throughout the whole game, and it gets more horrifying each time. As the game progresses, Batman fights Joker's thugs injected with Titan more often. But before Batman fought Joker's thugs, he fought a more common villain, Bane. In this corner, standing at 6'8", the one, the only Bane, but this time injected with Titan. And in this corner, the Dark Knight, the vigilante witch hunter drama, Batman. Fighting Bane in my mind was going to be a piece of cake. It wasn't. At all. The first try I used my fists. I quickly got demolished, destroyed, executed, broken, beat up in under a minute. My second try, I realized I can use my batarangs to confuse him. It worked and caused him to ram himself in the wall. But that is just the first half. To beat Bane, you have to pull out his tubes in the back containing Titan. You have to do this 3 times. The task of fighting one of these mutated monsters is pretty difficult. But 2? You have to fight 2 of these monsters in Ivy's Botanical Gardens. But right before the fight, you get to see the transformation of what Titan does to your body. And it's horrifying. I'm not going to show it, but if you want to see it, I'll leave it in the description below, or in the comments so you can check it out. Now when fighting these 2 Titans, you have to keep in mind that they don't have tubes, but they still charge like Bane did, and take damage if you throw batarangs. The thing about this fight is, to beat them up, you have to make them beat each other up. Here's a clip from Batman Arkham Videos to show what I mean. Now there is one more person who gets injected with Titan, and it turns them into this tremendously huge, scary monster. Big spoiler up ahead, by the way. Drum roll please. Joker. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Joker takes his own venom and somehow not dies. But right before that, he injects Batman with it. But Batman resists the venom, unlike how Joker embraces it. This turns Joker into, well, here, take a look. Ah, jeez, okay, stop. Dude, that is horrifying. His skin is so messed up, and on top of his jawline got longer. Oh, and his toes. Oh my, those feet are probably as big as Shaquille O'Neal's. Oh, that's. Anyways, Joker's final form. Kinda sounds like something out of Pokemon. is the final boss of Arkham Asylum, the last big fight, and it was intense and huge. It felt like a proper epic battle. What I mean by this was, stuff was blowing up, the building you're fighting on top of was falling apart, Joker's thugs were attacking you, news helicopters with big lights were circling the rooftops, and Jim Gordon was held hostage. Hey, don't worry, he's rescued. What I enjoyed even more was how it felt like I was fighting for my life. I felt like I was Batman. I had used all the skills I had learned from my time being in Arkham and the gadgets I had received. But what was even cooler was what happens after you beat the Joker. It's this really cool scene with a shot that has been playing in my mind for a very long time. Here, take a look. Wait, okay, stop. Look at that. The angle, the movement. Dude, like that's art! That looks right out of an action movie. The way they're both holding back about to strike with all their might, like dude, that is beautiful. Anyways, here's the rest. Now, Joker most definitely plays a big part in this game and is an amazing villain, but there's someone else who I think made the experience worthwhile. Scarecrow. Growing up, I didn't see a lot of Scarecrow. It was mainly Batman and Joker. Scarecrow became more common to me as I started to get older. Seeing him in this game really added to the whole scary asylum vibe. He looks creepy and his voice is creepy. I love seeing the whole needle attachments to his hands, those are pretty cool. I think this is one of the best Scarecrows I've seen so far. With his great look also comes his amazing moments. Dude, he had some of the best moments in this game by far in my opinion. I'm going to be jumping all over the place, so try to stay with me. There are a couple of moments I remember very good, but each one is so different. The first one I remember really good is involving Bruce as a child. To be more specific, it involves the night that changed everything. The night Bruce became Batman. Scarecrow's fear gas makes Batman relive the night his parents got shot. That's cold. Like, really cold. Like, ice cold. This is one of the top moments of the game because in this Scarecrow moment, you get to play as little Bruce. The scenery changes around you. Arkham slowly turns into Crime Alley. You hear voices and see lights flickering. Additionally, you get to see Bruce's parents die, but from the perspective of a young, vulnerable boy. Here, I'll play a quick clip to show you what I mean. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dude, that is sad. I mean, they did a really good job hammering in the emotional value of this scene. Hey, a really cool fact to point out is the dialogue at the end of the scene. I know you can't hear it, but here's what happened. At the end, we hear two people talking as Bruce is walking away. One of them, okay, ready? Check this out. Freaking Commissioner Gordon. And some other cop who's kind of a jerk. It's so cool seeing that Commissioner Gordon has been in Bruce's life for a while. Well, in this universe anyways. I remember my jaw dropping while I was playing this scene. It was a nice subtle hint that made it more enjoyable and added to the wow factor. I thought this scene was cool. No. The last Scarecrow scene blows this one out of the water. The scene starts with Batman walking down the same hallway they brought Joker in the beginning. It seems pretty normal until Batman starts coughing and the screen freezes and glitches. At first I thought my Xbox broke because the audio starts to get really choppy. But then we're back at the start of the game, except it's completely different. We see that Joker is driving the Batmobile and Batman is tied up, unlike in the beginning when Batman drove and Joker was tied up. Next we cut to the asylum, except Batman is tied up and is being wheeled away, not Joker. You actually get to play as Joker in this part, which I thought was pretty cool. Suddenly, we switch to the first person perspective of Batman. Scarecrow enters and is practically looking Batman up and down. Scarecrow taunts Batman and talks about his fears. Then Joker takes out his gun and shoots Batman in the face. The cool thing about this part is what happens after you get shot. It brings up a screen that looks like this and says, use middle stick to dodge Joker's gunfire. Now, last time I checked, the only middle stick on a controller was from the N64. Anyways, after you select the retry button, we see a succession of events that can only be described as trippy. First, we see Batman crawl out of a grave dedicated to Bruce Wayne. Second, there are 4 Batmans doing different things. The first one's bent over walking around in a cage. The second one is bent over clutching his knees rocking back and forth. Then you got the third one who is reaching around in his cage for God knows what. Finally, you got one who's bent over eating a freaking rat. Through this boss battle, we see different scenes of Batman being tortured, a version of Joker's Arkham, and a huge Scarecrow towering over. This is the best Scarecrow level by far because of the use of creativity and the execution. Even after you think you beat Scarecrow, he injects you with more of his fear formula. This makes beating him way more satisfying. For this last little segment, I want to go over some of the other villains I didn't get to go over. Killer Croc and Poison Ivy. In my opinion, they had good moments, but they weren't as memorable as Joker and Scarecrow. To start, let's briefly go over Poison Ivy. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kinda forgot what happened with her besides her boss fight. Let me explain. It was fun, kind of. What I did like was the creative use of the plants injected with Titan. They really utilized her abilities. For example, controlling the guards to fight Batman and using thorn vines to tie him up. She's doing this in a plant walker thingy, which looks amazing. With that, beating her was okay. Overall, it wasn't a bad boss battle. Finally is Killer Croc. Killer Croc, man. This boss battle had some good moments, but it felt kind of flat. Leading up to the boss battle, Batman enters the sewers to look for Poison Ivy's plant spores. When he gets there, he realizes that the place is practically a maze, so he uses this sort of sonic bat thingy to locate them. The level kind of feels like a scavenger hunt. This doesn't hurt the level, it just makes it feel alright. Kind of like microwaving Tostino pizza rolls. They're alright, but you know they taste 100% better when they're toasted. Throughout the level, Killer Croc jumps out of the water and tries to charge at you. As Batman, you throw batarangs at him to try to knock him out. But the best part of this level is the mad dash at the end. It reminded me of part of a Scooby-Doo game I used to play on the Wii. Now, defeating Killer Croc, that was satisfying. Here's what happened. Take a look. I'm editing this video and I completely forgot. Mark Hamill's Joker is one of the best. It is the best thing about this game. It is so amazing. It really brings the game alive and makes it so engaging. Just have to say that. After you beat the game, there are some challenges you can do which are kind of fun. I played a couple of them and they were pretty decent. A couple were based around fighting waves of enemies, while others were using stealth to take out thugs one by one. The replay value of this game is a 7 out of 10. There are still trophies to be collected and trophies to be discovered, which I probably won't be doing though. I know I've only scratched the surface of this game. There are still so many things in Arkham and I can't cover them all in this video. That being said, I probably won't make another video for a while, but you can expect a video when I play Arkham City. I can't wait to see what else is in store in the Arkham universe. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to check out all my social medias to see what's in the works and when new videos are coming out. Stay safe and be awesome.